let me know if we go live on YouTube because I cannot see it for whatever reason. Oh, oh, we are live. It
Yep.
says so. Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
we are.
Wonder how long we've been live.
No, I just hit live. So, what is going on here? Hey, Bill H, what's going on? I don't know what's going on here. I think I hit analytics. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, I can see you guys on a gigantic TV, and it's great to see you guys. Will,
Yeah,
how's it going, man?
going great. I just had a 70-minute flight, and it was just kind of one of those aimlessly flying, wandering around flights that I just love. And it wasn't one of those tear up the sky type of flights. It was just a relaxing, laid back, and enjoyable flight.
Very good. Mark, how was your flight tonight?
No fly for me.
Nah, me neither. Unfortunately, everything going good. How was your trip to Florida?
Trip to Florida was great with the family, and came home and went back to work.
Very nice, very nice. I spent the weekends. What did I do this week? Oh, my bad. So we went over to Kissimmee. Um, what is that place? It's outside of Orlando. To Old Town. We went to Travel Palms RV Resort. It's full hookups, power, cable, sewer, the whole 9 yards, water. And it's just outside of Old Town, where we can literally walk from our camper to Old Town and go to Fun Spot and do all kind of things. So we had a really good weekend. The storm that I guess there was a tropical storm or hurricane. I don't know which one it was because we don't watch the news. We just do things. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, whatever. Um, we had very little rain, and we were actually camping with Smart Car Brian and his family, his aunt, I believe, and his father and mother, who are absolutely just saints, by the way. Um, really do take care of everybody in the group, and I'm glad to be part of that group. Just so they know, not that they ever watch this stuff, but whatever. um, we did not put out thumbnails to all the other pair pages, the PPG pages or whatever. Um, but next week we're going to start kind of changing up a little bit on the platform here. Um, I want to wait till a little bit later to let everybody know what we're going to be doing once more people start showing up. But yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a change up here and try to add those in the chat to the show. So I'm looking forward to it. Um, Will, I didn't mean to told you about the maybe seeing about making an intro for us. Not that I know even how to do all that, but if we can get it done, it doesn't have to be Will Fly uh, greatness on video editing, but something. Uh, whatever. It's all good. Um,
We'll see what we can come up with. If I get into trouble, I can consult Mark.
yeah,
Good luck.
Mark has 82 angles of every shot, and if you don't look good in this one, we can go to 62 other angles. I'm sure we could find a good angle.
So what you're saying basically is that the show is in flux a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of got it. I'm sorry, Will, you broke up. What'd you say?
Just it's changing a little bit.
Not a lot. I did start this channel not to make this a job, but just to hang out with my friends. I absolutely love Tuesday nights. I don't care to be the host. I would rather just sit back and, just throw in my stupid little comments here and there. But it was thrown back to me, and here we are. So we're gonna try a few things differently and see how it works out. Again, my channel, I don't want it to be a job. So if we can just hang out, have fun, entertain a few people that are here, I'm I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not trying to ever be big on YouTube. I just want to hang out with my friends that I can't see on a daily basis face to face. So here we are.
Right on. It's good to be here.
Yes.
We're casual enough to where I can eat, right?
Oh God, yeah. There's no monetizing on this station, so you're good to go to do whatever you want.
Good.
I will tell you that I did sign up today, thanks to Mark. Hey, Mark, by the way, how my registration happened today was this same kind of scenario for another person who asked me to sign up. I was like, yeah, dude, you're going to have to call Scrooge McDuck over here at Paralife because I couldn't. But yeah, he did get signed up. So as far as
that might be somebody that took care of me from the last fly-in today too. Yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
Either which way,
Yeah.
I am. Will, did you register for Dave Burns yet?
I have not, and
Okay.
I will. Yeah.
And Mark, you're registered. I am registered. I know Jason Russell Smith is registered. I don't know. Bill H, you're still in the chat. Aaron I don't think Tony's going to make it from Arizona to go to Ohio. But who's in the chat that's going to be going to Dave Purdon's, which I have already gotten so excited about. I'm this weekend planning on painting my 55-gallon drum that I plan to use for the redneck hot water shower thing. Getting ready to paint that this weekend. I have came up, Mark. I don't know if you're going to be proud of me or you're going to be ashamed of me, but I'm making an awning system for my cargo trailer. And what I come up with so far, I'm going to videotape it and I'm going to add it to my channel as a video. I think it is going to be very well accepted, if you will. It's not gonna be an actual awning. It's gonna be a tarp, and there's gonna be some PVC and some conduit, and everything will quickly be attached and unattached when I'm ready to set it out or go home for the night or for the weekend. Whatever.
So no welding required, huh?
No, so I didn't even have to bother Mark on that. I didn't even have to ask what to weld or how to weld it. It's all going to be.
You gonna use plumber's glue?
Nope, it's going to be. So I actually I watched a bunch of DIY how to make a awning or whatever, and I've added 3 videos together to make this what I'm going to be making here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited about it. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work, and I never put the video out. No, I'm just kidding. If it doesn't work, I'm totally putting the video out because that's what I do. If it doesn't work, it goes up. If it works, it goes up. So it doesn't matter. So, well, we had on the pre-show, we had a question asked. Do we want to ask it now, or you asked the question? Do you want to ask it now, or you want to wait a little bit?
Yeah, no, I mean, we could wait a little bit, I guess, just to make sure we maybe get a few more people in. But there
Okay.
was somebody had a question. I was trying to figure out how to. I used to be able to post the questions. That must be a setting that we can turn on where you can push a button and it would show up on the screen. The question would show up on the screen. But someone was asked, "Oh, Mark, how can I get one of those stickers blown up? One of your stickers, big stickers."
Is
Yeah,
that not working?
they're not on the. I don't have them on the website, but I have stickers here that are 14 by 16, I think, and then some that are 24 by 27. I just have to get them added to my web page. And then anything bigger than that, I just have to custom order, and anything bigger than that has to be in 2 pieces. So for now, he can just instant message me.
Cool deal.
And how do we instant message you on Messenger? I mean, on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, on Facebook Messenger. I mean, yeah, that, or even you can send me an email on the Paralife PPG website.
All right, very nice. Actually, I asked you today, Mark. Smart Car Brian bought a new to him camper, and he's got the front cab of his trailer, his pull behind or bumper pull, is about an 8 foot by 8 foot area, and he was asking about how he can get some paramotor stickers, and I was like, well, Paralife would go perfect right there. And he's like, I'm in. So if you can work that out, Mark, what did you say? The 2 piece. What was the cost of the 2 piece?
I would have to call and check again. I've only quoted that once, and I think for something around 48 inches, I think was around $60 or something.
Okay, I will have him. I'll give him your contact if you don't mind, and
Yeah.
have him get with you, because he's got this new to him camper, and he is super excited about it, and he hates this 8x8 white just canvas ready for something on there.
Yeah.
I do want to say hi to Angela and Tony. Bill H already said hi to you, so go away. No, I'm just kidding. Kelby, how you doing? I don't think I missed anybody else, did I? Again, we did not post on all the all the PPG pages tonight. We're gonna probably start that next week, but yeah, we just kind of back to our normal hangout. No effort, just show up and let's have fun. Is there anything from anyone in the chat that is uh, wanting to talk about or have something to bring up? We do have for those who weren't here earlier, we do have an announcement to make here probably around 8:30. Actually, I don't think it's been. I never have done this before on the show. So what we're going to try to do at 8:30, we'll let you guys know. But it's super. I think it's going to be fun just to do what we're going to do. I keep wanting to say stupid stuff, but I'm trying to. I'm not good at this. I'm always so damn honest. I just say what I'm going to say and to just be done with it.
Well, that's what makes Shane Shane.
I know, right?
So
All right. So there's 12 people watching, which is fine. We're 15 minutes in. Will, do you want to ask your question? And
yeah, I can. There was a. It's more of a topic and a discussion than a question, but the topic was flying while drinking or flying while intoxicated or any and all of the above. And I had an interesting conversation with Kyle Stead the other day. There was a chat back and forth, and he sent me something that I would like to share with everybody. Let me get to where I can do that. Let's see, share. And
hey, Nick Griffith.
What's up, Nick?
That is okay. Before you get into that, I just want to say Nick is always just a genuinely nice guy, which I enjoy interaction I've had with him. Truly, if you guys haven't met him, it's worth going up and meeting the guy. He's super genuine and super nice. Just so you know,
Wait, are we talking about the same person?
Nick Griffith.
Just messing with you, Nick.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to tell you, we had a. I hope it's okay to tell the story, but we went on a balloon festival excursion, and we caught the balloons, and it was just beautiful. It had a great flight. There was 4 or 5 of us, and we all landed. Everyone except Nick, and it took us a while because when you land after an event like that, you kind of high on the event and on the experience and talking to each other back and forth, and then all of a sudden we're like, dang man, it's like getting dark. Where's Nick? Because the last time I saw him, he was like right behind me, and we started calling him. He couldn't answer his phone because his mailbox was full, and wasn't responding to my text, and so I'm starting to get worried. And finally, somebody had got the idea to check instant messenger because sometimes that will go through when a text message won't. I understand.
Right.
So so we all jumped in. It was me, Eduardo back, and I think we were the only 2 pilots. So and my buddy was with me. So we, just as we were getting ready to pull out of the driveway or the parking lot of the airport, here comes Nick in the back of a pickup truck with his wing and his motor. He a little miscalculation on fuel there, but it turned out great, and it's a good experience. I mean, I can't say I have not done that because I have several times. Yeah.
Yankee Paramotor, welcome, sir.
Hey.
All right. All right. Well,
okay. All right. So let me share this here. So share. Here is some good information as it relates to Part 103 and Part 91. Now, Part 91 is what I, as a pilot, would fly by. It's general aviation. If you look down here, it says in E, it says this part does not. Oops.
Are you sharing? Because I don't see it sharing.
You don't see it?
Hold on.
No.
I'm on a delay. Hold on. I'm actually watching the YouTube so I can.
No, I don't see it on the
Okay.
live.
There we go.
Here it comes.
There we go.
You got it?
Yeah, we got many pages.
Yeah, that's what I want, though. This is what I want. Let's see if that does. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, so look at this section E here. It says this part does not apply to any aircraft or vehicle governed by Part 103 of this chapter, or subparts B, C, or D of Part 101. So it plainly states that, the laws which would prohibit, general aviation pilots from, being intoxicated or flying under the influence or drinking or whatever, would not apply to Part 103. So there's that. Then that got me thinking that there's a couple of other things that we need to think about. First and foremost is it a good move to do something that is a detriment to the sport as a whole? And so I would start with that. The other thing is that just because it doesn't say this, that it says that it's not applicable to Part 103 aircraft, doesn't mean that you can do it any more than I could go out and start shooting American bald eagles left and right, So it kind of put me going down the path of vehicle and state laws. And I've only looked at a couple. One's North Carolina, one just so happens to be Nevada. So I was thinking, they've got, I don't know what the limit is in Nevada, but I do know that the vehicle, here, I can share this. I started with something really simple. I guess I have to unshare and reshare a different window. Is that how that works?
Okay.
Sure. Try it again. Share screen. Now, this is not a getcha, and I am not trying to accuse anybody of anything or having fun or whatever. But this is a discussion that really, in my opinion, we need to have. So, at least everybody knows. So, can you see that?
Yeah, for some reason I got to add it. I don't know why that is.
Maybe I don't have privileges.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. So this is something you guys have to investigate on your own in your own particular state. So I started with what is the definition of a vehicle for, say, Nevada? And in that state, a vehicle means every vehicle which is self-propelled. And I do believe a paramotor and a riding lawnmower would both qualify. So it's just something that you want to become. Hey, people are going to do what they're going to do, but I just don't want to know about it, if that makes sense. I just don't want, to, but be careful, and represent our sport well, because I love flying. I love paramotoring, and I don't want to do anything that hurts it. So I think I've pretty much covered everything. If there's any questions in the chat, you can.
So, I know for a fact that I know one particular person who has gotten a DUI on a bicycle, which to me is a little crazy. I mean, I can understand both sides of it. One of my best friends is in law enforcement, and I've discussed this with him in detail, and it does make sense, but it doesn't make sense to me. How can you affect someone's driver's license when you don't need a driver's license to ride a bicycle, but driving is a privilege?
Well,
So,
yeah, that's a good point.
so my wife and I, we have a couple beers, we go on our segways, we ride through the neighborhood. Dude, if I get stopped and a cop says, "Have you been drinking tonight?" I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing anything, because if they're gonna try to take my driver's license, why? Driving is a privilege. I wasn't driving. I was riding a kid's toy. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to me how.
Well, yeah, I don't know. So you're saying that you were driving something that wasn't a it wasn't something you needed a driver's license for, but they charged you as though you were driving that?
Let's just say yes, because it's never happened.
Of
But
course.
according to Nevada's rules, if it's motorized, electric powered, then it is considered. I mean, you're able to get a DUI, but how can that affect my driver's license? Which, by the way, I need for work. I need my driver's license for work.
Well, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that, but
I know, and it's just one of those things that, dude. So back to the original question, which is paramotor pilots flying while drinking. Um, I will tell you, I've had a couple beers before I've taken flight. I've actually had one flight where when I took off, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, and flew for 2 hours and came back, and I was like, yeah, that was kind of dumb. Lesson learned on my part. I've always been open and honest on my channel, and always said the truth, and that is the truth. I have flown where I should probably, after I took off, I was like, probably shouldn't have done that. And it was just one of those. We had no intentions on flying that evening. Winds dropped. We took off, and it was questionable in my own head. Did anything happen? No. If something did happen, I would be 100% responsible for it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other point. I forgot to mention it. Is there's the liability issue too. I mean, if you're drinking or whatever, and something happens and someone gets hurt, man, the lawyer's gonna love you, I mean, because you make a really, really good defendant. So go ahead.
Was it me, or did Mark say something? No, the eye candy didn't say anything. Okay, we're moving on. So my thing is, there are so many pilots that look down upon someone that's had a couple drinks. Which, by the way, a couple drinks to me is nothing. Okay, my tolerance is way above normal. So having 2 or 3 beers literally is not even going to calm my nerves down. But when you go to fly-ins, go to gatherings, all you smell is marijuana in the air. Before flight, after flight, again before flight, and after flight. So is smoking weed just as bad? Not as bad? I have no idea because I don't smoke weed. Um, my job says I can't, so I don't, and I'm not gonna crap away almost 24 years on trying to figure that out if I like it or not. So um, I don't know. Is smoking weed just as bad? Not as bad? I have no idea. Um, I know me having 2, 3 beers is nothing. Uh, but some people may have trouble. Will, I know you don't drink. If you were to drink half a beer, you'd probably be lit and couldn't fly.
Right.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just simply saying your tolerance. So the same thing may go for someone who smokes uh, weed. They may be able to smoke a joint and say, "Hey, I'm perfectly fine," and take off and have no problems. I don't know where the line is. I know one time I crossed the line, I flew, and I haven't done it since because I literally learned from that flight that I should not have been there. I flew the straightest I've ever flown, and I didn't do anything. I'm screwed. Like at this point, I just need to sober up as I'm flying because that's it. It was. I was too far, and I didn't realize it until I took flight. So,
Well, and
uh,
I am in no way placing judgment on anybody who does anything. That is just not, that's not who I am. So, but
right,
I do want to protect the sport. And so it's good that we're even having this discussion. It can be uncomfortable, but it's not necessary, really. I mean, this is something that affects all of us. And this will not be the last time this question comes up.
no,
So, like, really, for me, what I have to do is pretty much ignore most of everything that I learn as a flight instructor and to kind of bring it way down into a really narrow, a little section of do's and don'ts. But still, I, for me, I elect to kind of live by that same code, of like don't drink and fly. And
right.
Paramotor, did you see Paramotor NC's question in there? That would be a good example of that. And he says, what would happen if you dropped a spoon of milk or a milk bottle on a house while eating cereal in flight, asking for a friend? So, I mean, yeah, normally my knee jerk response to that would be, yeah, you can drop things so long as your precautions are made or taken to prevent injury for person or property on the ground. Okay, but it doesn't say that, does it, in 103, or does it? No, I'm just saying. Not, I would have to go back and double, triple check. What I used to know and what I am relearning is kind of confusing right now. But
Right.
I would say that it would go back to that personal liability.
Correct. So again, like I said, I have flown beyond what I should have flown. It's happened one time, never happened again. If like at fly-ins, I mean, after we get done with our morning flight, I do breakfast, I do lunch. After lunch, I'll have a couple beers, and then we will go fly that afternoon. If the weather is looking great, I will not have more than 2 or 3 beers in a 2 or 3 hour period. Now, if the weather's not looking great and I'm putting beers back and then it clears up, I have learned from my one flight of thinking that I was a little too far that I won't fly. It's plain and simple for me. I do not want to cause myself or anyone else harm. I do not want to cause a bad mark in this sport, if you will. So I have literally monitored or I don't know what the word is, patrolled myself on those scenarios, and I've stuck to it. Just I had one little scare, and when I say scare, it wasn't even anything that's happened. Inflation was perfect, flight or the launch was perfect, no problems. It was self patrolled in my head, going, "You shouldn't be up here," and you are. So my only thing at that point was to get altitude and just write it down. That's exactly what I did. And again, on this channel, I had been open and honest and perfectly truthful about everything that I've ever put on this channel. And I'm telling you right now, it wasn't until my feet left the ground and I was in the air that I realized, oh crap, I'm too far. And it's never happened again because it scared me and I didn't realize at the time. Now, my wife and I, we both have a very strict rule. If we go out to dinner, one of us will drink, the other one will not, because we don't drink and drive. Why the hell was I in that situation flying? Like it didn't dawn on me, until after my feet had left the ground. I was like, oh crap, I'm too far. So it has definitely put a light on before drinking, before flight. But again, where does the smoking of marijuana come into play? Like, I know guys that have done edibles, smoked some stuff, and taken flight and have done is just have done just fine. Apparently, they do it all the time. Is
Yeah.
that worse? Is that better? Is it just the same? I have no idea.
Yeah. And the thing, I just, again, I am not placing judgment. It's just, it's not something I want promoted, to where I don't want it to become a situation where people see it and they're like, oh, well, he does it. Therefore, I should be able to do it. And, I don't want to, just want to kind of keep that from happening. But, and he's playing the devil's advocate here, I suspect, but he says, but you're in public where you can hurt someone, whereas flying PPG, you're probably just going to hurt yourself. Great for part 103. And I would 100% behind what you just said there. Yeah, the FAA doesn't care if you hurt yourself. But back to your local state laws and driving and vehicle and all that stuff. So it's not me you have to convince.
Right.
It's, are you?
Now, Tony did ask or did say that it sounds like I freaked myself out on that flight. It didn't freak it. No, it did not freak me out. It made me realize that I shouldn't be here. But it's already too late because at this point I'm 40, 50 feet up going, all right.
Take you back.
Right. There's no, okay, well, never mind. I want to come back. So then when I decided maybe I should circle back around and lands, then I'm like, well, now I'm I'm self-examining myself. Like, am I able to land? Like, am I going to trip and fall because I'm off balance? Like, and it wasn't like I walked out there stumbling. Okay. It was one of those, literally, I felt perfectly fine. I hooked in. I did my safety check, as every pilot should do, as they were taught. And I did all that. I double checked it. I took a step back. I inflated, launched, no problem. It literally was not until I was 40, 50 feet in the air, I was like, oh crap. This wasn't right. And it didn't dawn because I had pushed the limit maybe a time or two. I don't know. It just hit me that I was too far and I should not be in this I should not be in this machine or under this wing, however you want to look at it. It was a self evaluation that I took way too late. My wife and I, like I said, we do not drink and drive. One of us will drink, the other one will drive. It has been that way from this whole start of our relationship of coming up on 29 years. By the way, it hurts my feelings when I say that. Good Lord.
9 years. It's a long time.
September 30th will be 29 years we've been together. Yeah.
Can I tell you a little story? That
hurts my chest.
Does it still hurt your chest?
Yes.
So it was that thing I was telling you about with Nick. We went to the Balloon Fest. We were flying around there having a great time, and there's this huge field right next to where everybody parks, but it's all country. From that point, it's all country from that point on. So I was hanging around that field, doing some low and slow, kind of going around it, back and forth.
Sorry.
Going around. Anyways, so I see this, I believe, was a cop. And he looked at me and made eye contact as I'm flying past him. And he does one of these, he's like waving for me to land, And I just looked at him and just shook my head, No, of course, what I meant was I felt it was unsafe to land there. But heck no, man, I'm not going to land there because as soon as my feet touch the ground, I'm in his little territory there, So I guess just when in Rome, do what the Romans do. So no, I didn't land. I just kind of moseyed on back to the airport. Nothing came about it. But that's the deal. Top that one, Mark.
I'm still here, guys.
I was just answering a question with JP. We were talking about flying. Like I was telling him, I wouldn't fly kids. I wouldn't fly my grandkids. I don't have the exemption to take somebody up on a tandem, but
Okay.
I wouldn't get it because I couldn't fly my grandkids just for the fear of if something went wrong, if you made a mistake, I don't want to live knowing I wiped one of them out.
Yeah, and that's why I think, because I at one point had decided that I want to do a, God dang it. I did want to get my tandem exemption. Jesus. Anyways, and then I got to thinking about it. If something happened and I survived and my passenger didn't, I couldn't live with myself. Whether I knew the person or not, I could not live with myself. It's out for me because I'm not willing to take that responsibility. Hey, we are at 8:38 right now. Let me give you guys, for those who weren't here prior, we are definitely going to try to change some things up. For those in the chat, if you've never, actually, I shouldn't even say if you've never been on the show. If you are a weekly supporter, always in the chat, watching the shows, and you would like to be not a guest, but a co-host for a Tuesday night show, some questions will be towards that person, but majority of it's just hanging out, making comments, being dumb like the rest of us. All right, just me. And then if you're interested, what we'll do is next week, if you want to do it, then we'll just set it up and we'll do maybe email me at, let me type this in here. Are you guys ready? It's super hard. It's my YouTube channel at gmail.com and say that you would like to be part of the show. Watch how slow I type.
Are you a one-finger typer?
Oh, no, I got two fingers, but neither one of them know what they're doing. If you would like to come on the show and be part of it, then email me. That's my very short email. And next week we'll send you a link, and you can sit on with us and just hang out. I mean, we're just doing what we do on the weekend or on a Tuesday, and have fun. So actually, I would really like Nick Griffith because that dude has got some fascinating stories. By the way, just so you know. Oh, Randy's in the house.
Invitation, Nick.
What's that?
I told Nick there's his invitation.
I mean, but was it real? No. What's up, Randy? How you doing? Oh, Angela wants to know if she can swear. Listen, there's no monetizing here, so you'll be good.
Yeah, we don't have a swear jar. We should probably have one now. Kind of fun.
I tried to not swear, but if it happens, whatever. But they say if you swear a lot, it shows intelligence. Ah, dude, I must be the smartest dumbass on the planet because I cuss a lot. Just so you know.
What now? If you swear a lot, it shows intelligence?
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's not what I learned when I was growing up.
No, that was being polite. So you're the politest guy on the planet.
Mark, how about you? You're
What's
still
that?
growing up. What do you hear?
You still growing up? I think I've only ever heard Mark cuss once, and it was shoot.
I try not to. I used to be bad about it, and I try not to now.
I actually have to. I have to monitor myself around Will and Mark, to be perfectly honest with you, because I respect both of them, and I know they don't really curse that much. So sometimes I find myself kind of holding back, and it's a little bit of a strain. Both of you guys are a pain in my butt, just so you know.
It's working. It's working.
He said the bird. Said what? Well, no, trust me, I cuss when there's a need. When I let loose. But anyways, no, I mean, so I like that idea.
I'm sorry, Will. Go ahead.
I like the idea of, maybe having it's kind of a laid back, someone else basically just coming on the panel, and so it's not like a full on interview or anything, right? It's just coming and hanging out.
Yeah, there's no interview. We all know the same questions. It's what wing do you fly? What motor do you fly? Have you done a cross country? Blah 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 blah. Let's just hang out and just BS. Like seriously, I'm not putting down any other shows that do that. I don't want to do the work. I don't want to do the research. I just want to show up here, hang out with my friends, look at the folks that are supporting the channel and hang out with them, read their comments, and have fun. That's all I care about doing. I could literally care less about putting any effort into this show, to be perfectly honest with you. I've always been that way. If it's a job, I don't want it. I don't want the job I got now that pays all my bills.
Sure,
So
right.
why do I want a job that doesn't pay any bills? I'm not monetized. I don't. Mark, how many subscribers I got? I don't even know.
I do know you have 651 compared to my 230 or something.
650, 649, 648.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So I will tell you, I know that Will has over 7,000 and has turned his monetization off of his channel because he just does it for the love of the channel. I'm the same way. I'm here to just share whatever boring part of my life that you guys are interested in, and that's it. Like we're just hanging out. That's all I'm hanging out with my friends, and that's what I'm here for.
This is our version of Cheers without a bar tab.
Right? But we can sure talk about alcohol.
Hey, Mark, are you buying a beer too?
What's that?
I got a bar tab. Trust me, Krista's.
Oh,
You know.
I got
wanna-
nothing. I'm empty-handed today. I'm back on the wagon.
uh, yeah, dude. I absolutely love just not having, like, literally tonight. The only thing we actually talked about 5 minutes before the show started was the drinking and flying and the marijuana thing, and it was less than 5 minutes. Agreed.
Yes.
So we don't really have any platform. We just show up and just start talking about our day.
JP Tulo clearly has me confused with Mark McElroy because he says I wipe my butt with hundreds. Yeah,
Yeah.
that ain't me, man.
It must be a different Mark McElroy that y'all know.
Hold on. So it took me 2.5 days to find my wallet. Let me back up. So Mark McElroy had some work pants or work shorts that he no longer needed. So he offered them to me. He says, Shane, you're a fat guy. If they fit, great. If they don't, give them the goodwill. They fit very nicely, just so you know. I searched all of the pockets for any extra Scrooge McDuck money, and I didn't find any. But when I put my very thin wallet into the pocket of the same pocket that McElroy put his wallet, it took me 2.5 days to find it. I had a search crew.
That's because that in my wallet I keep notes on how to get back home.
Listen, I don't know how many notes you need of the same destination, but I mean, Krista went in there and she's like, Shane, I can't see it. I'm like, here's a headlamp. Go and find this. The pocket was so stretched out. All I can imagine is all the hundreds that just pressed out. And the guy couldn't even leave me any in my shorts. I looked at every pair of shorts, every pocket, no money.
But you did remove the sticker or the tag, right? Because they were probably brand new shorts.
No, they were not brand new shorts, but they were according to the tag very a couple years old, but they look brand new. So there was very little work done in them.
Yeah, that's true. That part is true.
What is it? Did you know, Mark, that the Delta logo, the good Lord, what is it? What plane is it? The flag, or not the wing of the one of the Delta's first planes they made, in the logo is the same wingtip design of the first plane they made. I don't know if you know that or not. I saw that earlier today. None of it stuck. So the Delta logo,
Are you talking about the widget?
it's I want to say whatever their first plane. What was their first plane they made?
They've never made a plane. They buy their planes.
Or a wing. They made a wing or whatever it is.
Delta wing? That's not. Yeah, I don't know.
I got nothing.
Never mind. Hey, let's just forget let's forget I just said that whole part.
I think we should delve into it myself. What do you think, Mark?
I know they started out as a crop dusting company in Louisiana.
I did not know that.
Now I've got to go back here and find this stupid thing that I've seen. And
Yeah, they have a really cool museum here in Atlanta at the world headquarters. It's a pretty interesting couple hours worth.
Well, now I've got to find this stupid thing. I'll get back with you guys next week, maybe Tuesday night at 8:00, because I actually read that whole stupid thing just because of Mark and where he works. I was like, dude, I'm gonna get him, and then I say something and I forgot all of it. Typical crap that it happens. Oh man.
So I got something from the USPPA.
Okay.
be happy to share. I'd like to share.
Let's do it.
They have an incident database, and it's autonomous. No, it's anonymous. So if you guys have an incident with your paramotor, like you trip and you fall, you had a bad landing, or you broke a prop, or whatever, you'd be doing the community a service by entering it into the incident database. They currently have 400 or so dating back to 2016. So they're wanting some more information, and from that information, I'm sure they can come up with, maybe topics for their magazine that could help people prevent if they see a trend towards broken props or a trend towards wing mate, whatever. So I'll leave a link in the chat so you guys can have at it.
So Tony has a question. How long did it take you to make that video at Bad Apples? Curious, per Tony. And then I have a rebuttal statement after that.
Okay, 15 minutes for Tony. And what was your question, Ant? What was your question, Shane?
I noticed that you put all the Paramotor pilots and their names, and I didn't get the same treatment.
Yes, you did.
No.
Better look again.
I did. Krista and I watched it twice. So
you got to do it in slow motion.
Oh, it's super fast. Oh my bad.
It's just like one frame long.
Oh my god. All I got was the fat guy inflating his wing the proper way, whatever, blah blah blah.
No, you got that, and you also got the smoke monster.
Dude, I did not get Paramotor pilot Shane.
Yeah, you did, man.
I didn't see it. And I told Krista, I was like, I'm no longer talking to Will. Hey, Will, you want to be on Tuesday night show still?
Yeah. I will bet you one of McElroy's $50 bills that your name is.
Hey, actually, I owe McElroy a $50 bill plus $1.57, just so you know.
Yeah. And Tony, man, I don't have any idea. I know it was 2 weeks after the fly-in, so I just work on it when I can, and when I can't. So I try not to stress about it, and if I'm in the mood to work on it, I'll do it until I'm not in the mood to work on it, and then I'll go on to something else and come back to it. So there's a lot of time invested, I will tell you that.
I will tell you, I had full intentions on recording every flight and putting the video together. I did not record not one flight, not an ounce of video. I took a couple pictures during flight, and I left it at that. My Bad Apples trip was kind of, so Jack started the domino effect, I guess, if you will. He was showing his butt. I don't know why. He started out great, and he literally started getting snippy a couple different times for no reason, and that put me in a really bad mood because now I have to deal with a dog that. So I'm the type of pet owner, if my dog is not safe around people and he does something he's not supposed to, he's taking a dirt nap. It's over and done with. And I love Jack to death. And so now I had to put him in the camper, which my wife is constantly on my ear about, it's not fair he's in the camper. Well, it's not fair if I'm going to put him, make him have a dirt bath if if he messes up. And so it was just a combination of things that happened at Bad Apples. I would like again to apologize for all those who I did meet and didn't meet, whatever, and go from there. I again apologize.
Well, I'm sorry. Honestly, I noticed you weren't around as much as you normally were, but gosh, you're the person that missed out the most.
I did. But I'm also the type of person, once I get into a certain mindset or mood, it's done. That is the way it rides out forever. I shouldn't say of course, forever, but for the event. Chris and I talked for a very long time on the way home, and I just kept apologizing to her because I felt so bad that we did not go and do the things we should have. But I'm in that I I'm very clear on how I feel. If my mindset is this, I will pull away from everybody, even Krista, my daughter. I will pull away from everybody and be like that's just the way I work. And it sucked, dude. I really did miss out. Um, I hate to say that I would, if something bad happened again, it would be the exact same thing. That's just the way I am. I've tried to change it. I force myself into situations. I'm like, I just sound like an asshole. I need to leave. Like, I'm not part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out of my head. It's just whatever. So it is what it is. Oh, Jade, glad your surgery is all over and done with. Um, Jade had some knee surgery done today. So she won't be taking a knee anytime soon because, well, she's only got one good one left. But yeah, I am glad that she's doing well now. And actually, she said that I seen on Facebook again with Facebook. I really go into Facebook to look at the memories from the past, and then I'm pretty much out. Sometimes I'll scroll through whatever, and then I don't even have time to comment on nothing. Um, but I heard she's wanting to foot launch, which I think is freaking awesome. She's a great pilot and has done excellent for trike. So I'm looking forward to see what she can do with foot launch.
Right on. Hey, can you turn that screen share thing on? That thing.
I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm gonna. You have to give me some time.
So
Oh, that's a Dave Wolf video.
no, Dave Wolf video. That's my video.
No, that's
So
from Dave.
that's my video, dude.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But let me tell you, you are absolutely right. Your name's supposed to be right here. And I had it made and everything. Why it's not there, I don't know. So I'm sorry, man.
Oh, listen. If I took it to heart, hey, if I took it to heart, you would not even have heard nothing from me. Trust me, I'd have been like, whatever.
Oh man, no, open mouth, insert foot. So sorry about that.
I was just giving you BS. I truly does not.
Well, the reason I knew is because I had made it. I mean, I had to make each one of those things, and I knew I had made yours, but I guess I just I don't know what happened to it. Couldn't tell you.
Shane doesn't need a label. Everybody knows him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I got enough labels. Jesus.
So what that picture you're looking at is from Dave Wolf.
Yeah, he come running up to me, and the only reason this is even in my memory is he came running up to me. He's like, "Do your smoke thing, blow it at me." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Do it, do it, do it." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Your vape." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's how that came. That's the only reason I remember that.
The smoke was mine. I generated the smoke. I didn't get a video of him. That's just a stand. That's just a picture, still picture he sent me.
Right.
Without the smoke.
So Angela asked a question, but I want to know what kind of expensive toy.
What kind of toy?
Angela, does the toy go? I don't know. What?
I want to know what expensive means.
Oh, not McElroy toy. Did you buy a 187-foot yacht with 16-man crew? Because
he's never heard of the word expensive.
He laughed.
What's expensive?
Oh, dang.
Well, it's 8:59, man. We've been talking for an hour.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's what I like about this hangout. It goes by so flipping. I talk to my wife like we're hanging out. Never mind, I can't talk about that. All right, so next week if you're interested, if you send me an email at never trust a skinny chef Shane at gmail.com, if you're interested on being the fourth little square on our window here, it's not a question about you the whole show. It's just going to be about you joining the show, hanging out with us, pretty much doing this and throwing out whatever you like. If you're interested in that, let me know and we'll go from there. With that being said, it's 9 o'clock. I have a turn signal light bulb to go turn or change out on my daughter's car, who did not tell me yesterday she got the light bulb when I had nothing to do during the daytime and she didn't work. She just got home. So I'm going to go do that. Will, where can we find you at?
You can find me on YouTube under Will Fly, or just go to willflyppg.com.
McElroy, where can we find you, sir?
On YouTube at Paralife PPG or online paralifeppg.com.
You guys can find me in the end of the driveway at the trunk of my daughter's car trying to change her light bulb off in the dark. So that was great. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget tomorrow night, Girls Want to Fly, Jade Flying Flamingos channel on YouTube at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, right? Correct?
Yep.
All right.
And Thursday is
good night. Paraglidingtalk.com. And that is it's 8 o'clock here. What is it there?
9 o'clock Eastern.
Is it 9 o'clock?
Yeah. 9 o'clock Eastern. Definitely.
Okay.
So that would make it, what, 6 o'clock over there in California time?
I don't know. That seems low.
Yes.
I don't know. The only time I know is Florida time. And it's 5 o'clock here. All right, guys. See y'all later. Till next time. Peace.